The insane story of the stolen crown jewels. The British crown jewels are worth over $4 billion, guarded 24/7 by armed soldiers, high-tech security, and centuries of royal tradition. But did you know they've actually been stolen before? And the story behind it is absolutely insane. When we hear crown jewels, we think of unbreakable vaults, golden scepters, and priceless diamonds, the sacred symbols of monarchies past and present. They represent power, tradition, and untouchable wealth. But once upon a time, they weren't so protected. In fact, the British crown jewels were stolen in one of the boldest heists in royal history. No, this isn't a Netflix drama. It really happened. And today, we're telling the unbelievable true story of Colonel Thomas Blood, the man who nearly got away with the greatest royal theft in history. Let's rewind to 1671, during the reign of King Charles I. The crown jewels had recently been remade following the English Civil War, during which Oliver Cromwell melted down or sold off most of the originals. The new jewels were kept in the Tower of London, but security, let's just say, it wasn't what it is today. There were no motion sensors, no laser grids, no biometric scanners. The jewels were stored in a basement room, shown to visitors by a single keeper, an elderly man named Talbot Edwards, who lived there with his family. And that's when Colonel Blood entered the picture. A former soldier, spy, and rebel, Thomas Blood was known for switching allegiances, staging kidnappings, and general treachery, but nothing compared to what he was about to pull off. His plan: infiltrate the Tower of London, charm the keeper, and steal the crown jewels in broad daylight. But first, who was this man? Thomas Blood was an Irishman with a colorful past. He supported Cromwell during the English Civil War and had a deep grudge against the restored monarchy. After several failed plots, including a plan to kidnap the Duke of Ormond, Blood decided it was time for something bolder: steal the symbol of royal power itself. He disguised himself as a clergyman and began visiting the tower regularly, pretending to admire the jewels. He gained the trust of Talbot Edwards, even offering his daughter a fake marriage proposal from his non-existent nephew. Then came the big day, May 9, 1671. Blood and his small gang arrived early. While pretending to admire the jewels, they attacked Edwards, knocking him out cold and tying him up. They worked fast. Blood flattened the royal crown with a mallet to fit it under his cloak. Another tried to saw the scepter in half. A third shoved the orb down his pants. But just as they were about to flee, Edward's son unexpectedly returned home, raising the alarm. Blood and his gang ran through the tower courtyards, chased down by guards, tripping over royal treasures stuffed into their clothing. Here's where it gets even crazier. Blood was captured, but instead of being executed for treason, he was taken to King Charles I himself. Why? No one knows for sure. Some say Charles was amused by Blood's audacity. Others believe Blood had powerful political connections or knew something damaging about the crown. Whatever the reason, Charles pardoned him. Yes, he got away with it. Not only was he released, but he was also given land in Ireland and a royal pension. Meanwhile, poor Talbot Edwards was left injured and unpaid. The crown jewels were restored, dented and battered, but remained on display to the public. To this day, some pieces still show the damage from Blood's failed heist. So let's recap. A rogue colonel disguised as a priest infiltrated the Tower of London, convinced a royal guard to trust him, beat the man unconscious, flattened the king's crown with a mallet, got caught, and then was pardoned by the king and given a salary. It sounds like something out of a heist movie, but it's 100% true. The story of Thomas Blood and the stolen crown jewels remains one of the boldest, strangest, and most outrageous episodes in royal history. What do you think? Was Colonel Blood just lucky, or was there something deeper behind the king's pardon? Drop your theories in the comments, and check out our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious.